From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, October 2nd, 2017. Silver is trading at $16.63 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,276 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 3.5 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $4,410. Antiwar.com reports results are in on the long-anticipated Catalonia referendum, and secession won in a big way with over 2 million voters, and 90% of those who voted supported secession from Spain and the establishment of an independent Catalan state. Catalan President Carles Puigdemont says that Catalonia has earned its independence, facing down a violent crackdown by Spanish National Police, and saying he intends to make a direct appeal to the European Union as soon as possible to complain about human rights violations by Spanish forces. Spanish police were out in force from early morning through the end of the referendum, smashing voting booths and attacking voters. When firemen showed up to try to keep the police away from the crowd of voters, the police attacked them as well. Over 844 people were reported injured in the raids, along with 33 police. Spanish Prime Minister Mariano Rajoy insisted Spanish police were forced to act and that the referendum was a mockery of a real vote. The overwhelming yes vote likely reflects both anger at weeks of violent crackdowns by the Spanish and opponents of the secession being unwilling to risk a beatdown to cast their ballot. The turnout was still relatively impressive, in excess of 40% of the eligible voters. This was a bit lower than expected, but with at least 92 polling stations destroyed by riot police, it's unsurprising that some were simply not able to keep going from station to station to try to vote. Spain has ruled out allowing Catalonia to secede, and the violent police action was meant to preclude a vote taking place. Rajoy insisted Spanish rule of law remained in place and no referendum took place at all. Though most countries expressed opposition to Catalan secession and secession in general, considerable outrage about Spain's behavior may change that, and a general strike is planned within Catalonia on Tuesday to reiterate their plans to break off from Spanish rule. Are you an advocate for free market money? Do you promote Bitcoin as an alternative in a fiat-centric world? Then you need Spendabit in your arsenal, the search engine for things you can buy with Bitcoin. Spendabit aggregates millions of products from thousands of Bitcoin-enabled merchants. Keep your money in the free economy. Visit spendabit.co today. UPI reports Puerto Rico Governor Ricardo Rosselló on Sunday said aid has been rolling into the island, though federal officials said recovery efforts were still logistically challenging 11 days after Hurricane Maria made landfall there. Rosselló told reporters that Puerto Rico received fuel and food supplies and more government workers arrived to assist efforts. He said there were some 6,400 Department of Defense workers on the island, up from 4,600 2 days prior. He offered praise for the federal government as the rhetoric grew heated between President Donald Trump and San Juan Mayor Carmen Yulín Cruz over the previous 2 days. The mayor on Friday pled for federal assistance, saying the people of Puerto Rico were being killed with the inefficiency and the bureaucracy. FEMA Director Brock Long said he wanted to shift the focus to helping the people of Puerto Rico. For over 40 years, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. And as a Bitcoin-preferred business, Robertson Roberts Brokerage has removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Robertson Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports several dozen NFL players, though still fewer than last week, chose to kneel during the U.S. national anthem before NFL games on Sunday, a day after President Donald Trump again demanded an end to the protest he sees as a sign of disrespect for the flag. At least 40 players, many of them on the San Francisco 49ers team, sat or knelt on one knee during renditions of the Star-Spangled Banner in the 15 NFL games taking place on Sunday, compared to 180 players in all 16 games a week prior. The protest, initiated last year by Colin Kaepernick, then a 49ers quarterback, as a symbolic gesture to protest against police treatment of minorities, snowballed last week following calls by Trump for team owners to fire athletes who sat or knelt as the national anthem played. Critics object to any protest, regardless of the merits, during a ceremony they see as being meant to honor the flag and the military that has defended it. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.